Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So, lots going on in the world these days. So, in an effort to not read on Venezuela, we're going to look at Greenland and Canada and Mexico. There was a lot of comments, people concerned in the comments that where's Trump going to go next? Uh, you've got um, Panama with the Panama Canal. You got Mexico because drugs. Uh, you've got Greenland because rare earth minerals, and Canada for the same reason. Trump has had a lot of rhetoric about making Canada the 51st state, annexing Greenland. He was kind of mocking Greenland because Denmark kind of increased the security alert in Greenland after Trump's latest overture, and he dismissed this saying, "Oh, they just added one more dog sled," because that's who we have as our leader, right? Um, so I just want to kind of go out there and just say, what's next? Because Trump he has had two or three very easy quote unquote victories. The first is when he assassinated that Iranian general, just killed him in his first term. And he kind of bet that Iran couldn't react. And frankly, there was no effective reaction that they could have. I think they ended up firing several missiles at U.S. military troops over in the Far East, which definitely injured many U.S. soldiers. And Trump dismissed it as, oh, well, they got concussions and headaches. It was a lot more severe than that. But Trump didn't face any real repercussions for it. And then, he went ahead and bombed Iran's nuclear facilities. Hasn't paid a price for that, not that we've seen, anyways. And now he's just done the same thing with Venezuela, basically abducting Maduro and bringing him and his wife to the United States to face charges. It'll be very interesting to see how that plays out in the courts, because I was looking at Midas Touch today, and one of the defenses that they'll probably bring up is presidential immunity, which is kind of ironic. It's like, well, Supreme Court gave Trump presidential immunity. Maduro may claim the same thing, right? Hey, I got sovereign immunity for my country. You surely you recognize this. You gave your own president. So Trump's Department of Justice is going to try and argue against their own presidential immunity. But so he's had a couple of easy victories where he's felt no consequences up from it, and so now it's like, what's next, right? He's made threats against the Panama Canal because he wants against the country of Panama because he wants to control the canal back. He's made threats against Mexico because of drugs. And, he's even said, why don't we just launch missiles at the cartel? Collateral damage, maybe? I don't know. And then, of course, Canada and Greenland. So, entertainment purposes only, because why not? We're so entertained by this twit. Let's find out what's next with Trump. He's had some easy victories. What's next? What does he plan on doing next? Are we done, or has he got more in store? Oops, upside down deck. I just saw the bottom card. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords. Right now we're feeling kind of trapped. It's basically he's picking on countries that really can't fight back effectively, that really don't have a good, effective approach to return the favor, as it were, right? The challenge is he's getting away with it. He's enriching himself with this. He is selling this as, I'm making the world safer, and he's also enriching himself and his friends, right? The Venezuelan mission was not about drugs. It was about capturing the oil fields and trying to basically unnationalize the oil platforms that were in Venezuela that Trump wants back. That's all he's talked about since then, right? energy underneath is the devil, because this is who we are. Our House of Representatives, the Republicans are just all lining up behind him. No one's calling him out. He's gonna get away with it, and that's so dissatisfying to have to say. The man just doesn't face consequences. So what does he have next? Congress is still chained to this idiot, and they haven't broken the chains yet. Apparently he hasn't done something stupid enough where even Congress can sit up and take notice, right? So what's coming next? In the past, you got the moon card. It's a mystery. He changes his story. He changes direction. He doesn't. He telegraphs what he's going to do, but you don't know when he's going to play taco or not, right? When he's going to chicken out or not. So in the past, we got the moon card. It's just the confusing nature of this. The sun hasn't come out. He says, he claims his actions are supposed to do one thing, but then it does another. And it's just a question of, when does Congress realize that don't believe anything he says? When are his constituents going to realize that Trump is full of crap and he's only about enriching himself and his buddies? So what's next? Current energy. Queen of Wands. This is all about actions and multitasking. More actions are in the works here. Overarching energies, the Eight of Wands. He'll do more telegraphing of the actions he wants to take. He has definitely started focusing his attention on Greenland again. Oops, that's interesting. Upside down. We got the Page of Pentacles. The lesson to be learned. It's, what do you stand for? What are your values? What are your ideals? This is a card for the U.S. population. Are we going to go out and protest and have our voices heard, or are we going to roll over, be quiet, and just let him get away with it? Outcome, Three of Wands. He's looking overseas. He wants to take actions overseas. I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done yet. One of a couple things that needs to happen in order for this to end. He either needs to face a terrible consequence, think Bay of Pigs type of consequence, or a health event where he can't do this anymore. Those are kind of the two that kind of leap to mind immediately. But it's got to be something where Congress takes action and they put their check on him. Because right now the Republicans aren't doing anything about it. And we need to do something to make them do something. The last No King's March, the 10, 12 million people were out there. We basically have to double that. If we can double the last march, then that, from what I was reading, is that basically means that Trump has overstepped and that congressional leaders will start to act. But we haven't made quite enough noise yet. I'm just going to do a side-by-side. I want to look at Panama, and I want to look at Greenland. Where does Trump have his sights set next? Is it in North America and Central South America? And what's the linkage? It's the world. The world is linking this. Okay, so is he looking towards North America? Two of Swords, you got a choice. I want all those rare earth minerals and resources and land. You could join the United States and be part of our big happy family. It's a gift that I'm giving you. Okay, he's feeling very benevolent. What's about Central and South America? Bringing down governments. Having creative messaging, new messaging on how he can do regime change and bring down governments, so I can steal your resources and take kingly actions on you. My God, it's both. He's not limiting himself to North America, Central or South America. He wants it all. It's the whole Monroe Doctrine. He doesn't want European imperialism. He wants American imperialism. Oh, for the love of God. All right, that is even more deeply dissatisfying a reading. Thanks. Hey, I guess you got to be careful what you ask for, right? Will Trump be successful, or is someone going to stop him? Will Trump be stopped? Will Trump be stopped? Whether it's a health event, whether it's American citizens, world citizens, Congress, our representative elect, our elected representatives, will someone stop him before this gets out of hand? Will someone stop him, or is he just got a free reign in the near term? Okay, what's the energy look like around? Will Trump be stopped? Four Wands. This is about people coming together and taking actions as a team. Because we're tired of the fighting or tired of the chaos. We need to represent the best of the United States. And we need to grow a spine, and we need to take action. When I did the readings last March about what the end of the Trump era, that was the key card. That was the foundational card. It was finally someone taking actions. And the energy underneath it is you got the justice. It's the six of Pentacles. There's a lot of wealth out there, and it can be shared. There's a lot of things of value out there that can be shared, and we can do it in a just way. We don't need to take. It feels like it's going to stop, that he's not going to get away with it in the long term, but right now, in the short term, it sure looks like it. Can you give us an idea of what stops it? What is going to stop this action from Trump? What's it going to look like? What do we need to know about? What's going to stop him? Okay. So, what's going to stop him? Ace of Pentacles, it's new values taking hold. But it's going to require lots of actions. Maybe it's what his actions bring on, sort of unite people to a new set of values, that we don't want to go down the same path, otherwise we're going to end up at the same results. But we've got to take actions. And there's that Three of Wands. He's looking to do more. He's going to continue acting. So what is it? So I'm trying to get a feel for, what can you tell me about what's going to stop it? It's new ideals to counter his actions and his desire to take things that are overseas. That he's looking for more for his ship to come in. In the past, the Justice card. Oh, okay. So there may have been, maybe this is some of your Supreme Court rulings or justice rulings, federal court rulings, or just poetic justice, right? In the past, justice is going to play into this. Current energy will be the Hangman, and people will start looking at things differently. Maybe America's role as a global leader or global policeman. Maybe other people looking at their roles and saying, we need to step it up. Overarching energy, Five of Swords. To stop, it's kind of, you have to win at all costs. So what do we got here? So what do we need to know about how is this going to stop? It's new ideas, new ethics. We got to take actions, and we got to look towards our future actions in the future. We got to make sure that what we're doing is just. We got to change our approach to things. We got to fight to win. We got to take care of the people and the values, our resources, our ethics, our people. We need to be more caring. and we need to show strength. You know, it's funny because these two cards, none of this is like Knight of Swords type stuff. This is almost like, if, to me, this is kind of like he has some sort of setback, health setback. And we change our approach because we don't have to deal with him anymore. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. The vibe I'm getting is something happens to him, and he's no longer a threat. But we have to take a look at how things have been done, and we need to change our approach. We need to change our vision of this. And we need to make sure that, you know, we're fighting the good fight, as it were, right? Taking care of our people, taking care of our ideals, and having a calm strength about it. Okay, so I mean, it's not a Trump health reading, but that's, to me, that's how this arrives. It's not going to be a conflict. It's going to be, nature's going to take its course. Something's going to sideline him, like permanently sideline him. Maybe he's not going to be dead, but he's not going to be able to return. And then we take that as an opportunity to stop this. I mean, it could be a combination of that and midterm elections. And we start changing our ways. And I mean, that's ultimately what has to come from this is America. United States needs to change its ways because we are out of control. And we as citizens need to take this back. And that's what I'm getting from it. So that's all I got for you, folks. Hope you're all doing well. This is so stressful. This timeline sucks. I can't wait for this to be done. Oh my God. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight with a new video. I want to give a couple of shout outs to folks out there. Let's see. What do we got going on here? I had a couple out here. All right. Alien Pigeon. Notice that their subscription status on several of their channels is getting dropped. So they're like I said, they're saying, hey, check your subscription status. And could you please give a shout out to me and my feline lap barnacle, Faye Valentine? Of course, Alien Pigeon and Faye Valentine. Lover's card because you guys love each other. That's so sweet. Marcy Cosino. Hi, Marcy. Marcy made a very thoughtful and generous contribution to the channel, so thank you so much, Marcy. We're celebrating you with the Four of Wands. Right on. And that is what I got today. That's all I've got. My wife just texted me to ask me to do something for her. She's in Los Angeles right now. So hi, Laura. Maybe you're watching this, maybe you're not. For the rest of us, Wheel of Fortune. Round and round the wheel goes. Where it stops, I guess we'll find out eventually, right? Anyways, hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.